Right now, while your boat sits in the driveway, the bearings inside your trailer hubs are filling with water and rusting from the inside out. Not next season. Today, and the part that should bother you, is this. You did it to them yourself. The last time you backed down the ramp. Every single launch does it. There's a $12 habit that stops it cold, and one free move the old salts make at the ramp that you've probably never seen. Stick around, because that free move is the whole video. This isn't some freak failure. Wheel bearings are the #2 reason boats end up stranded roadside. According to Boat US, the folks who tow these rigs all day. Only flat tires beat them. And unlike a flat, a cooked bearing doesn't just leave you sitting there. It can weld itself to your spindle, take the whole axle with it, and send a wheel rolling down the highway on its own. Fix your tires and your bearings, and you've wiped out 2/3 of every boat trailer breakdown out there. So here's what you'll walk away with. How water gets past a seal it should never reach. Why the chrome cap you trust is barely doing anything. And the 30-second move at the ramp the guy with the 40-year-old boat makes without thinking. Let's get into it. Start with the thing nobody explains when you buy the boat. You tow your rig down the highway, bearings spinning, brakes working, and that steel hub heats up. On a rig with brakes, it's easily 130, 150 degrees by the time you reach the water. Then you back it straight into a cold lake, and that's where it goes wrong. The hot air sealed inside the hub suddenly cools and shrinks. Shrinking air pulls a vacuum, and that vacuum reaches back through the only opening it has, the rear seal, and sucks water and grit into your bearings. It's the same reason a plumber can sweat a pipe joint upside down. The heat pulls the liquid toward it. The folks at Bearing Buddy say it in their own words. The hub cools, forms a vacuum, and draws water in through the rear seal. There is no spinning seal on Earth that stays perfect forever. So every launch, a little more gets in, but the water is just the start. What it does in there is so much worse, and I will show you what it looks like. So now you know it's happening every time you launch. The catch is doing the repack yourself, because a shop charges a few hundred a hub. That exact job, the part numbers, the seal, the spindle nut setting, is one of 15 repairs shops overcharge for in the $50 Fix Bible, all for under $20. Scan the car code on screen or hit the link in the description and pinned comment. Pull a hub that has been launched even once with a tired seal, and the grease doesn't come out clean. It comes out the color of chocolate milk. I pulled one off a buddy's bay boat trailer last spring, 3 seasons on the same grease, and it poured out like a melted milkshake. That's water churned into the grease, and you can prove it on your own hand. Put a dab of fresh grease in your palm, add a few drops of water, stir it with your finger, watch it go pale and milky, and stop sticking to your skin. That's the whole ball game. Grease that won't cling can't protect, so your steel rollers are now running on bare metal and lake water. And this is the number that gets me. As little as 1% water in the grease dramatically shortens a bearing's life. 1%. The water turns acidic and etches those polished races, rust blooms into pits, and every rotation grinds them deeper until flakes of hardened steel peel off. Mechanics call that spalling. Your bearing is tearing itself apart, one crater at a time, all from a single dunk. But you've got a cap on there protecting you, right? That's exactly where you're getting fooled. That little dust cap on the end of your hub does almost nothing to stop this. It's a pressed piece of tin that keeps road dirt off the front with zero pressure behind it. So when the vacuum forms, the cap can't push back, and water walks right in the rear like the door was propped open, and plenty of boats roll off the dealer lot with nothing but that bare cap. No real protection at all. So maybe you got smart and put on a Bearing Buddy, that spring-loaded chrome cap with the little piston in it. Good move. But here's the secret almost nobody tells you about those. A Bearing Buddy works by holding about 3 pounds of grease pressure against the inside of the hub. That positive pressure fights the vacuum, so water can't sneak in. That part is real, and it works. But read the fine print, because the company says this themselves. Keeping that cap topped off does not repack your bearings. The grease you pump in sits behind the piston. It does not circle back and lube the inner bearing, the one that runs hottest and sees the most water. So the guy who thinks he's maintaining his trailer by squirting grease in the front every spring is just pressurizing a hub full of the same waterlogged sludge from years ago. And it gets worse. Pump in too much, especially with a power grease gun, and you'll blow that rear seal right out the back, dump grease into your brakes, and open the exact door you were trying to shut. Real quick, if this is landing for you, tap subscribe. This channel cuts these things open every week so you don't learn it on the shoulder of a highway. Now, the part that actually saves you. So what does this actually cost you? The prevention is almost insulting how cheap it is. A tube of marine grease, the blue or red water resistant stuff, runs about $9 to $15. A full bearing kit, 2 bearings, 2 races, and a fresh double lip seal for the common 3,500-pound axle under a fishing rig is $15 to $20. You can repack a hub for the price of a sandwich. Now the other side. When a dry bearing seizes at 60 miles an hour, it doesn't wear out politely. It goes red hot and welds itself to the spindle. Now you're not buying a $15 bearing, you're buying an axle, because that spindle is gouged to scrap. On a plain straight axle, maybe a couple hundred. On a curved custom salt rig torsion axle, you're looking at $800, $1,000, dealer only. Add the tow, because you are stranded. A non-member flatbed for a truck and boat runs $800 to $1,200, no problem. The tow, the axle, the new hubs, you hit $2,000 fast, all to dodge a $12 tube of grease. And that's if nobody gets hurt when that wheel lets go in traffic. Stay with me, because the free move I keep mentioning is what makes sure you never see that bill. So, how often do you actually do this? Here's what the dealer never told you. The people at Dexter, who build most of these axles, say to repack at least every 12 months, or 12,000 miles. But read the manual closely, and it says something blunter. An axle that isn't built for it should be repacked after every single immersion in water, every launch. Nobody at the boat show says that out loud. They sell you the boat and let you find out the hard way. The salt guys pull and repack every season, some every couple thousand miles of launching, and they sleep just fine. Which brings me to that free move I promised you, the one the old salts make that costs nothing. When they pull into the ramp lot, they don't back straight in. They park and they wait. 5, 10 minutes, sometimes while they rig the rods. They're letting those hubs cool off. A cool hub barely pulls a vacuum. A screaming hot one inhales half the lake. That wait is the single cheapest thing you can do for your trailer, and almost nobody under 50 bothers with it. Then, before they pull out, they run the touch test. Back of the hand flat on each hub at every stop. Warm is fine. If you can't hold your hand on it, you've got a failure starting right then and there. Then they pop the cap and look at the grease. Amber or blue, you're good. Chocolate milk, you're done. Service it before you tow another mile. That's the whole secret. Not a tool, not a gadget. A few minutes of patience and the back of your own hand. The gap between a $12 habit and a $2,000 disaster is the whole difference between the guy who tows the same rig for 30 years and the guy on the shoulder watching his wheel roll into a ditch. You now know something the salesman never mentioned, and half the ramp still doesn't understand. Let your hubs cool. Feel them. Check the grease. Repack before the season, not after the breakdown. Those bearings are already rusting tonight. But starting now, you're the one who decides how this ends. YouTube thinks you'll like this video, so click it. And if you made it to the end, subscribe